Ron DeSantis now aiming to officially launch his 2024 presidential bid in mid-May. But if Donald Trump has his way, DeSantis' campaign could be prevented from even running. Florida has what is called a resign to run law that, quote, persons seeking the office of president or vice president of the United States need to resign before they declare their candidacy. So under current state law, if DeSantis announces a run for the White House, he would have to resign as governor first. Now, a Republican supermajority in the Florida state legislature is currently rushing to pass an amendment that will allow DeSantis to do that. But there are new reports that Trump is trying to fight in the Florida legislature to keep the bill on the books. According to Fox Business reporter Charles Gasparino, Trump is planning to go to Tallahassee to kill this bill to totally derail DeSantis from even running for president. Since Trump announced his 2024 bid, he's attacked DeSantis on social media or during interviews nearly every day with insults, nicknames, criticism of his policies. He even used an old campaign ad where Ron DeSantis praised Trump to ridicule him.
Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
People say Ron's all Trump, but he is so much more.
Big league. So good.
That was a campaign ad from DeSantis' run for Florida in 2018. It reflects a kinder, gentler time in their relationship. Now, Republicans serving in the state Senate in Florida may have to choose between the downsides of crossing their Republican governor or becoming an enemy of Trump. Joining us now, Jon McGowan, Florida-based attorney who practices campaign election law, has done legislative and government affairs work as well. Thanks very much for coming on the program. Appreciate it. So to be clear, this is a real part of Florida law, and it needs to be repealed for DeSantis to run, correct?
So this has been part of Florida law since 1963. We're one of only 5 states that have it. The concept is if a sitting elected official decides they want to run for a higher office, they don't want them to run and then win and create a new vacancy. So they try and get it all done at one time in the same election. So if you're a city council member and you have 2 years left in office and you want to run for the state house, well, you got to resign from the current office. And that resignation is effective the date you would take the new position. But the problem we're having in Florida right now is the way the law is written, it doesn't clearly address somebody running for president, because the way you run for president is different. You don't, if you're running for city council, you go into the supervisor of elections and you pay a fee. Yeah. And there's a period that happens. And when you're running for president, it runs through the nomination process. So there's ambiguity. Okay. So go ahead.
Well, I was just going to ask you. So you know, it's believed that it's likely that the Republican supermajority is going to get this through, right? Make sure there's no ambiguity that you're talking about. But I wonder this. All right. There is a new poll out today from Emerson that shows Trump with a 46-point lead now over DeSantis, 62 to 16. Do you think, and you are a student of Florida politics, do you think that this kind of lead by Trump could lead some of the Florida legislators to say, you know what, if Trump asks us not to do this, why are we going to bother crossing Trump when he's up by so much?
I think politics plays a role in every decision that's made in any elected office. But in this particular one, keep in mind, our legislative session ends in 1 week. And there are bills that have passed that these legislators want to be signed. And the governor is the one that has to sign it. They also have financial priorities, things like budget, line item budgets for their districts, where, you know, the local aspects of different projects. And the governor here has a line item veto, and he will go through, and every governor's done this. And if they don't like that legislature, they will line item veto that particular funding project. So right now, DeSantis holds all the cards in Florida for them, at least for the session. Now, once the session is over and their bills are signed, of course, it won't matter for this issue, but that's when you may see the defection of endorsements.
Yeah, and real quick, do you think that Donald Trump is actually going to take this fight to the Florida legislature?
I don't know that he actually will. I mean, it seems like a petty fight to have, although it has been a petty back and forth with him with DeSantis anyhow. I mean, if Trump were to do it, I don't think it would gain him any ground. I think it would make him very unlikable in the legislature.
And maybe the flip side of this is with him up by so much in the polls, maybe he'll say, you know what, it doesn't really matter for us as well. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.